This is the true story of my life. When I was just a baby, probably just a few months old, we moved into this new, fresh-built house. This is the house I would spend my childhood in. The 2000s was the decade of my childhood, and it's a time I've always had a fondness for. Of course, that's not to say things were always good. Far from it. Even in childhood, I was no stranger to illness or injury. I've had a number of diseases, bloody mishaps, and even broken bones more than once. At a certain point, I became inspired to draw comics, with myself as the main character. Some were based on true stories, but most were fictional, because those were more fun and easier to make. Sometime later, while I was messing about with the family video camera, I started filming some objects and figurines I had, and making up stories with them. Sometime later, I discovered a feature on the video camera called Frame Record, which allowed me to make animations, and I started making some. I spent many hours making many stop-motion animations with clay figures. Then I put them onto the family computer, where I added voices and sound effects. Then, in 2009, I started uploading my animations to this new internet video platform called YouTube. It was my very first public appearance, although I wasn't very popular back then. Sometime later, I became inspired to develop video games. I purchased a computer program that allowed me to make games very easily. And by the way, I was still less than 13 years old. Despite all the hours I put into developing, I never finished or published anything that I made. The worst part was, the program I was using could only make games for desktop PCs, and nothing else. Oh, it was all a dream. Then I stopped getting updates for the program after they changed their payment plans. Sometime later, my Grandpa Williams, who lived in his big house that he built, suddenly got cancer again. And it came back so fast, the doctor said he may not survive it this time. Me and many other relatives all stayed nights at his big house with him while he was slowly dying. He had been such a part of everyone's lives for so many years, and now he was suddenly gone. He was only 70, and I was only a teenager. After his death, some of the people who were living in his house started doing some very scandalous things that I'd rather not talk about. We eventually sold the big house. After that, I quietly lost motivation to do projects, or do anything at all. I didn't quite realize it at the time, but from that point on, I spent over a decade knowing nothing but depression and disappointment. Our household is a very dysfunctional one. This is something I've always believed, even as a child. But what I didn't expect was that it would only get worse and worse with time. I didn't want to think it would, because I knew I was too poor to move out. No matter how much I thought about it, death seemed to be the only way out. I wanted to die so bad. I thought about killing myself many times. After a very long, complicated process involving lots of planning, we managed to find a way to get me out of the house. I am now living in a camping trailer. I can now somewhat do projects, but living in a camping trailer leaves a lot to be desired. This is the most we could afford. I still feel like I'm just barely holding on with my life, and I still feel very stressed all the time. I keep wishing I lived in a real house.